name is Carmen, and today we've got a reading for you that got just a little bit interrupted. I think there was maybe about, I don't know, maybe 8 or 9 minutes of the first part. I can summarize that for you, and then I'll come back and add a link in the comments for you in case you want to see that first part. But it opens up with the globe possibilities and the stability card. So we have somebody that has, I think, decided that they're ready to really build the life that they've been looking for. And I feel like it starts with a change of scenery, either changing to a new job, moving to a new place. And that ability to connect to new people is very, brings to life the things that you enjoy more than they were previously. There's something that makes you feel stuck in the current environment. And once you break free of that, it really does open up a lot of good karma to come to you. So let's just call in spirit with a little bit of wind chime time. I hope you're having a great day. Happy Friday. If you're interested in a personal reading, I would love to do one for you. My email address is wickedwandstarot@gmail.com. It's also in the description box. And I've also recently added memberships. So if you're interested in seeing the additional live streams, shorts, or pre-recorded videos, and there's also a tier that has a monthly reading for you, go ahead and check those out. But let's dive right back in. We've got, by the way, a Twin Flames card. So there could be something here about you letting go of a connection that you tried multiple times to make work, but it didn't seem to have the gas to keep going forward. You were dealing with somebody who's toxic. And I do feel like with the Receipts card coming out, you have basically proven that this person is maybe going to stay toxic. And it motivates you to move forward. It propels you. So we've got the Five of Wands, the Hierophant, and the Nine of Swords in the reverse, which kind of lines up with the title, right? We've got a new love that is entering your life as a result of your choosing to let go of something from the past and making significant changes. This isn't just like, yeah, I moved across the street. This is a change that enables you to really see things as, that was that chapter and this is this chapter. So with the Hierophant, I feel like this is really good news for you. It has to do with good karma coming to you. Hello, Upper Echelon. How are you doing? What else do we have? Seven of Pentacles, the Knight of Wands, and the Hermit. I love it. So you feel like you had what you needed to, or learned from the situation that you were in, what you needed to learn, and you're not going to get too comfy. You're not afraid of change. Maybe you used to be, but it feels to me like you are just fine with blazing your own path or taking a new approach or moving somewhere on your own. You're not codependent. You're not willing to have a stagnant situation. And I do feel like there's a goal in particular that you have in mind. This could be about your profession, about your career, but it could also just be, I've always wanted to see Montana. I've always wanted to live by the ocean. There's something here that might be a little bit risky with the Six of Swords in the reverse. You're not exactly guaranteed a smooth landing, right? Maybe because you are moving somewhere where you don't know a lot of people. But you're willing to take this chance because you feel compelled to do something different, because you feel like this place that you want to go is a place that you want to try out for some reason. It's calling your name, if you will. All right. This is the What's the News? What else do we have? So there could have been a real stressful party environment or group of people that you were dealing with. This could be coworkers. It looks like there's a number of people who have an addiction or have demonstrated some really irrational behavior, especially with that extra card, people going above and beyond, maybe just thinking about themselves, though, not necessarily above and beyond for a work situation. More like you look at them and you're like, really? That's that's the decision you want to make. So probably a lot of selfish energy, a lot of immature energy. Certainly feel like there's some partying going on, but that doesn't have to be that self-medicating energy. It could just be shopping addiction, sex addiction, just being like overly focused on oneself. And that's not the kind of energy you want to be around when you're looking to ascend or, have a more stable life. We have a heart-to-heart conversation about somebody who's been love bombing you. This could be that twin flame connection. So you may have a conversation with a close friend or somebody in your family that really lays bare for you how far you've been willing to go to enable a connection that doesn't seem to be very equal. This is somebody who has expectations of you, or somebody who's a bit immature and they expect you to like take care of them. They have not been very loving to you. If anything, they've been codependent or they've been toxic towards you. Hello, Lemonade. How's it going? What else do we have? New boo, new love, learning each other, flirtation, receipts, evidence, guilty as charged, exposed, and the blues. So we may have this person from your past that you might be moving away from, realizing that you have gotten into a new relationship. And because they find this out, they decide they want to love bomb you, try to see if they still have some influence over you or still have a chance with you. All right, this is the cats rule the earth. Yeah, it's definitely stormy here. So I think that would probably explain it. In fact, I think I even heard, when you hear that, like that weird rumble when it hits the ground? So I don't think it was very far. All right. So we've got the Knight of Swords, the Four of Cups, the Page of Wands in the reverse. I feel like we've got somebody here who didn't expect you to reject them, didn't expect you to walk away. This is probably that twin flame connection. If you don't consider yourself to be a part of the twin flame journey, this would be more so just like an ex that you probably had more than one round with, but they kept causing problems and expecting you to come back around. Well, that's entirely possible. I didn't think it was over. Or is it really over? So whoever this connection is from your current location or your most recent location, they feel threatened by the fact that you're open to so much change, even if you haven't told them that it's done, or even if they feel like things are still kind of open-ended between the two of you. You moving or you having this new change threatens them in some way. They feel like you're more independent than they are. Maybe they feel you've got greater financial stability or greater willingness to consider other options. They feel like you're secretive in a way. It's like they want it to sound like it's a negative, but it's really just that like you don't have to tell them everything. So they feel like you're being secretive about what your plans are, but it's really just it's like need to know, man, and you don't need to know. It's like they're trying to take offense at it. Three of Swords, Nine of Wands in the reverse, and the Eight of Wands. I think they're going to communicate with you. This person from your past will reach out as they hear that you're moving, or as they hear that your life is changing in a big way, or after they see evidence of it. Like if you post something to social media, they may be kind of curious, like, oh, that looks like a different background, or, oh, it looks like you've changed something. That's, I think, what they're going to use as motivation to reach out, or justification, right? Like, oh, hey, what's going on? What's new? They want to find out. I think they just want to know if you're going to respond. They just want to know if you really are over them. The Two of Cups in the reverse, they feel like maybe there's still a little bit of a flicker of a connection between the two of you, but you're not going to be the one to reignite that spark. They would have to be the one to do that. So the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse is clarified by the Nine of Cups. The number 9 could be important. We also had the Hermit come out, which is number 9. But this is someone who's realizing that maybe their dream partner has lost patience, waiting for them to fix the things that they need to fix, and is moving on. For others of you, to be honest, especially those of you who don't resonate with the twin flame journey, you're leaving behind some, like, I'm sorry, mediocre friends, or some, I heard milquetoast romance. So someone that you're just kind of like, they're okay. It's not what you want, and that's what you're leaving behind. So that's totally fine, right? You're making a change because you want something different. All right, this is the Pause Tarot, since cats seem to be a good theme. What else do we have? Page of Wands. Good news. The Magician. As a result of you taking a chance, you have options, and I feel like you make the right one. You have an ability to let go of the choices or ignore the choices that aren't right for you and zero in on the one that does make sense for you. And it enables a recovery for you after dealing with somebody that puts you in a 9 of Swords. Hello, Matt. I think it's actually spelled Milque, but correct me if I'm wrong. It's supposed to mean like, like not very exciting. Or up and down, I suppose. 9 of Wands and the Queen of Cups. They're worried about what you're up to, because maybe they have caused enough troubles that you're not willing to consider a new chapter. And I think you have gotten sick of what they do. So instead of continuing to pursue something that seems to always get sabotaged, or instead of hanging around in a work environment or a living situation where you feel like people are making things more difficult for you, you are reading the room and deciding there's a different path for you, deciding there's somewhere else you'd like to be, picking a different job. Some people might think you're being impulsive, making a choice too quickly, or that there's some other reason why you're making this choice. But I think it's just they don't necessarily understand the complicated elements of this decision. But I feel like this is a good Tower moment for you. Hello, nobody. How are you doing? All right. What else do we have? This is the Love Oracle. Cloudy Judgment. Illusions, unbalanced, and distorted. That's what we got with the twin flame over here, right? And the twin flames card. So another confirmation that we might be dealing with a twin flame journey. And that person on the twin flame journey with you has been, I think, a bit, they procrastinated at the very least, but I think they have had, sorry, I'm making dinner. I think they have had an unwillingness to see you for who you really are, or admit how deep that connection is. Because if they admit how much they love you, if they admit how much they want to be with you, then they know that means they have work to do. Then they know that means they have to do things to resolve the issue, become more mature, communicate more effectively. Don't worry, it's just rice. It can hang out for a couple minutes. We've got pretending, mask, exaggeration, and one day. Honestly, I think they kept telling you that things would get better between the two of you down the road and making it seem like you just had to wait another little bit. Like you're at the doctor's office and they're like, it'll just be 15 minutes. Oh, it'll be another 30 minutes. Oh, it'll be another 15 minutes. They kept delaying this, and you at a certain point were like, okay, well then I guess I need to accept this for what it is and focus on myself. So I see you having this open heart. You're receptive to love from others, not just this one person. And that's why you're pursuing a new path. Hello, Carl. How are you doing? Foundation, established, family, security. We had security come out at the very beginning. Well, stability, technically. And obsession, infatuation, adoration, addiction, and breaking point. So if I have to choose between a connection with somebody that is unstable, I can't really rely on it, and they make me question whether or not they actually care about me, you're inevitably going to get to this breaking point and realize that what you really want is companionship or a connection where you don't have to constantly question if this person's doing right by you or whether or not they're being honest with you. We had cloudy judgment, so they may have been making some not so great decisions regarding things outside of your relationship as well as within the relationship. So it feels to me like there's just kind of like I think I'm ready for something different. Hello, Renee. How are you doing? I do personal readings if you'd like to email me. wickedwandstarot@gmail.com. But this is a general reading. Hello, Michael. How are you doing? So we have the Empress, the Hermit in the reverse, and the Star. I do love these cards. This is the Meme Cat Major Arcana. So you are focusing on yourself. You are prioritizing that emotional communication or intimacy. If you offer it to somebody and they can't return that energy, then you're starting to acknowledge that maybe that's a real big red flag that somebody is codependent or not able to participate in a healthy relationship. So not only do I see the Star card as a determination to heal from these wounds or let go of past connections where that person wasn't willing to do right by you, but I also feel like you are feeling yourself. You're like, you know what? I'm kind of a catch. So why am I just like hanging out, waiting around for somebody who doesn't seem to want to like do the work to be with me? Snooze, you lose. And that's why we have the Death card coming out. So there's an ending here, right? If you don't appreciate what you have, then you may lose it. So that's why we have somebody that is starting this new chapter. All right, I'm going to grab a few from the Tarot Familiars, and then I got to go check on my dinner. Oh, thank you, Michael. Love you too. Makes me smile when I do these readings. So what else do we have? King of Pentacles, stability. Two of Swords in the reverse. Emperor in the reverse, and the Seven of Wands in the reverse. So you've made the decision. What's important to you is this sense of stability, this ability to pursue the career or the life that you want. And if being away from this twin flame individual or pursuing something that you've always wanted to do, even if it might not be what they want, that seems to be your priority now, even if it requires a sacrifice of this connection because they haven't really done right by you. With the Seven of Wands in the reverse, they haven't protected the connection, and that's why they may end up losing it. Queen of Swords, Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. The Empress and the Seven of Cups. So because this person has not really done right by communication with you, it does feel to me like they've been trying to send you signals instead of actually communicating directly. and you want this person to be more definitive or decisive with you. You want them to probably be committed, and maybe they're not willing to do that. Maybe they just want to say pretty things and hope that that's enough for you, but you want something more. So I feel like you're deciding, if you can't reach this, then I have to go elsewhere and see if, someone else can. Nah, it's good. Trust me, I've made this rice a million times. And I kind of like my rice a little crispy. Okay, so we've got the Hierophant and the Ten of Wands. A new relationship because of an ending. This is possible because you're willing to choose what you want. It's like, I tried to make this relationship work, and that's why I felt like I shouldn't take this job in another city, or why I shouldn't move to another state, or why I shouldn't go live by the ocean like I've always wanted to. But now that I've accepted that maybe this person just isn't ready to be in a serious relationship, I know that I've been kind of stuck in a situation I don't really want because of them, then maybe I need to choose the community I want for myself and let go of this past obsession or desire for something to go well, because it does seem like there's a little bit of immature energy that doesn't really want to do right by that. Thank you, James. Hello, Clifford. Hello, Voyager. What's going on? Hello, Aqua Beauty. How are you, hon? What else do we have? Aqua Beauty, don't be sad if I have to jump right off after this. My rice cooker already beeped at me. All right, so we've got stay optimistic about your love life and worth waiting for. So something does not work out with one person so that you are able to pursue something else. And then you meet this new boo and they actually want to love you the right way, be respectful, communicate the important bits to you, make you feel like you've got a sense of security with them. Aqua Beauty, I'm going to send... Oh, thank you. You're so sweet. I'm going to send a follow-up email and answer that other question for you, okay? Not in a video, but we'll get the answer. All right. I love you all. I hope you have a great rest of your night. Thank you for the likes and the subscribes and the donation. I appreciate you, James. And I'll see you on the next reading. Toodles.